get the argument.
Okay.
It's going to be a
Oh,
50
shit.
premise syllogism.
Hey,
By the way.
Rizzhan, I have a question though. Like, why do all your syllogisms be like essays long? I swear, like, you got like 50 premises, 50 explanations. Like, why is it never like simple?
It's all in my private server.
Bro, I don't give a fuck. I'm just saying, why is it all
Also,
like?
Flames. There's a separate argument from this which establishes that the necessary being is as a
Wait,
personal
what do
being
you
or an
find as God again?
intelligent being. What did you say?
What did you find as God?
What do we define as God? A necessary intelligent being.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, sure. So the argument that I'm about to send only argues for the existence of a being. And then there's a separate argument from that which then demonstrates that being is intelligent. So yeah, the argument's in chat, check chat.
Bro, let it be announced.
You see
Okay.
what I mean? Like, this nigga
Okay,
makes
I
it so
deny.
fucking
Hold on. I deny the second part. If everything is contingent, that at one time nothing existed. What's the issue with an infinite regress?
Wait, nobody's denying an infinite regress retard.
Okay, so an infinite regress will make that problematic because if there was an infinite regress and there's like an infinite regress of contingent things, that means that A is caused by B and so on. It keeps going. So,
No.
like B predates A. Okay, so yes, there would be something existing at every point in time.
Wait, you're clearly not tracking the argument because in premise one, I defined a contingent thing. Unconventionally, I define a contingent thing as something that's not eternal, so something that exists for a specific amount of time or a finite amount of time. Now, premise two is just saying that if everything has existed for a finite amount of time, then it's just going to be the case that there is nothing that is eternal.
Hold on, I don't grant that everything.
That just falls under the
Wait, hold on,
theory.
calm down. I don't grant that the set of all contingent things. I don't grant that everything has existed for a finite amount of time.
Okay, so then you do agree that there's an eternal being.
Fuck. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying
Wait,
I can. No. Rizzhan, that can be explained without. Wait, Rizzhan, that can be explained. Hold on, I'm not done. I'm not done.
Why are you
That
increasing
can
the
be
gain of your mic?
explained, Rizzhan. That can be explained
Why are you
through an
increasing the
infinite
gain of your
regress
mic?
instead of an eternal being.
But you're clearly not tracking the argument again. So what I'm trying to say here is that if you agree, if we both agree that it's going to be the case that it's not the case that everything has existed for a finite amount of time, then it follows that there is at least one thing that has existed for all of time, for all of eternity, and therefore there is at least one eternal being, you retard. There's no way an infinite regress comes into this. The only way an infinite regress comes into this is in the latter premises in which I argue that the necessary being has necessity in itself. But right now we're not talking about an infinite regress. You're just not tracking the argument.
Listen, I know you're not talking about infinite regress. I said I'm talking about infinite regress.
Yeah,
I'm saying,
and the
hold on. Rizzhan. I'm asking you a question. By everything, you're talking about like the set of everything instead of every individual object, right? You're not saying every individual object has existed for an infinite. You're not saying that every individual object has existed for a finite amount of time, but that everything as a whole, right?
Yeah, I'm saying that for every individual object, it's not existed for a finite amount of time. Because if that was the case, then
existed for a finite amount of time or has.
Yeah, it has existed for a finite amount of time. It hasn't existed for an infinite amount of time.
Okay, what's it called? If you just say that, actually, listen, that can, even if you just say that every individual object has existed for a finite amount of time, the infinite regress can still explain why there doesn't have to be what's called a necessary being or like a first cause. If there's an infinite regress, then hold on a second. If object A has existed for a finite amount of time, then B causes A, brings that to existence, and that keeps going, then there would be like an infinite, it would be like infinite amount of values. There wouldn't be a
Again,
first one.
that's not what the argument is talking about. The argument does not invoke any idea of the impossibility of the infinite regress except in the latter premises. Again, the argument is just saying that if it is the case that not every individual object has not existed for an infinite amount of time, then it follows that there has to be at least one object that has existed for an infinite amount of time. The reason why this is the case is because if everything has existed for a finite amount of time, then it follows that there was a point where nothing existed. Now, if it's the case that Williams, let me finish. I let you finish. Now, if it's the case that there is a time where nothing existed, but something exists now, then that means that if we assume this premise to be true, it would mean that something has come out of nothing. But I deny the possibility of something coming out of nothing, and then it and therefore it follows that there has to be at least one being that has existed for an infinite amount of time.
That's why I didn't want to let you ramble. Rizzhan, you retard. I'm disagreeing with
Nice.
at one time nothing existing. I'm saying if there was an infinite regress, then at one time it can't be that nothing existed. You're not
But
talking
it's
that.
literally, wait, flames. It's literally the consequence of the argument. You literally agree to this. That is that if everything has existed for a finite amount of time, then nothing could exist. Because if it's the case that the infinite regress has been going on for eternity, then it follows that the contingent objects would have obviously had to have existed for an infinite amount of time.
Hold on, Rizzhan. You said when you said
And it
every,
follows
you're
that
talking about. Hold on. You're saying every individual object. I can grant every individual object has existed for a finite amount of time, but if there's infinite individual objects, Rizzhan, infinity times a finite amount is infinity, dumbass. So there's still
you read
what's
that
called
doesn't even make any sense.
what?
Dumb fuck. Wait,
Are
what are
you
you even
what's
talking
infinity
about?
times one?
What's infinity times one? I don't believe that infinity can be multiplied by anything. It's not coherent to say that infinity can be multiplied by anything.
Okay, if you have infinity times one is just one infinity. You know that, right?
And what's one infinity? Like, can you
One
give
infinity
me
is infinity,
give me
dumbass.
some kind of mathematical article that demonstrates that there is such a
Mathematical
thing called
what's your British accent gets in the
mathematical
way.
article? Mathematical article that demonstrates that there is something
What the
with the
fuck
name
did
as
you
one
just say?
infinity. I said that can
Mathematical.
you give me a mathematical article that shows that there is something which is one infinity, because I don't even believe that one infinity is a thing.
Yeah, one infinity is just infinity.
So one infinity is just infinity. So there's no distinction between one infinity and infinity.
I never said there was.
Okay, so then we can go back to the original argument. So can you explain to me how an infinite regress would somehow solve the problem of there not needing to be a necessary being?
Well, I was looking at the chat.
Wait, so you didn't understand my question?
No, I was looking at chat. I
Yeah,
didn't hear your
so
question.
can you explain to me how the infinite regress would render any of these premises, at least in the first part of the argument, false? Because in the latter part of the argument, um, after the conclusion, there are more premises. So up until that point, can you explain to me how an infinite regress would render any one of those premises false?
Okay, I'm saying that the conclusion. Let me scroll. The conclusion that at one time nothing existed is false because if there's an infinite amount of things that have always what's it called? If there's an infinite amount of things, even if each one has only existed for a finite amount of time, that means they've existed for like an infinite amount of time. You know that, right? Unless you
Wait,
think
what?
that they all exist at the same time.
Wait, what? How does that even make any sense? If it is the case that Flames, if it is the case that everything in the causal chain or everything in the causal series has existed for a finite amount of time, then it follows that the causal series at one point did not exist because the causal series depends on its members to actually be there. There can be no causal series if there is
I
no
cut out what you say.
actual members. Yeah, Flames. There is no causal series if there is no actual members in the series. Now, if the causal series depends on its members and the members have existed for a finite amount of time, then it also follows that the causal series has also existed for a finite amount of time. It's just
No,
contradicting itself.
no,
How do you track
dummy.
your own
Okay, Rizzhan,
argument? But
if there's an infinite amount of things in the set, okay, and then each member in the set depends on another member in the set, okay, even if each individual member of the set has existed for a for a finite amount of time, if what's called if there's an infinite amount of things in the set, then that means there would be an infinite amount of time, idiot.
no, how does that even follow? What's the inference rule? What's the rule of inference that you get to the conclusion?
Wait, modus ponens. Want me to still draw it?
Modus ponens, and where's the modus ponens conditional?
Okay, I'll still draw it. If what's it called? If there is an infinite number of things in the set that are if there are an infinite number of things in the set and each member in the set has existed for a finite amount of time, then there is an infinite amount of time there. Premise 2, there are an infinite number of things in the set that have existed each for a finite amount of time. Conclusion, there's an infinite amount of time there.
Okay, now explain why that argument is sound.
Are you okay, Rizzhan, if there's a you don't wait, so which part do you disagree with?
I disagree with the conditional, which is that it follows from the antecedent that if there's an infinite amount of finite objects that exist for a finite amount of times, then there's an infinite amount of time. I don't see how that the consequent even falls from the antecedent. You still haven't explained that. I'm still waiting for that.
What do you think the
So if you could
consequent
actually answer
was?
the question.
No. What do you think the consequent was?
The consequent of the conditional was that there's an infinite amount of time. That was the
Okay.
consequent of the conditional.
Again, I'll explain how. There's a finite. Each object. There's infinite objects. Each one exists for a finite amount of time. Let's say that one object has existed for 1 second. Okay. Hey, nigga?
Okay. Yeah,
Okay,
sure.
so if it's like this, if you have like infinite dominoes, then I'll what's it called? If you have, how do I explain this to you? I can't explain this to you. Like, if you just disagree with like, there being like an infinite amount of objects and each object having like a finite value to it, then adding them up, they'll lead to like infinity or whatever. Then you're kind of retarded. I ain't gonna lie.
Wait, so
Can't
you
explain
can't
that to
even
you.
justify your own position? You can't even explain
No,
or
I can't
justify
explain
your
that to you.
Yeah, you can't explain that to me. So you concede that you can't even explain or
No,
justify
it's
your own
pretty
position.
trivial.
But no, it's not trivial. Wait, we can ask somebody in the VCCQ, do you think that Flame's position is trivial?
Oh,
Are you
I hear it,
retarded?
nigga.
Okay, Shiki.
CQ, do you
Look,
believe that
listen,
Flame's
I'll
position
explain
is
what I said.
trivial?
Shiki, wait, hold on, Shiki. What I said was, if there's an infinite amount of things in a set, each thing in the set has existed for a finite amount of time, and there's infinite time, right?
Is that trivial? CQ, is that trivial?
Well, no, I don't know what's trivial. Like, why would it be trivial?
Yeah, exactly, Flames.
Hold on.
So it's
What do
not
you think
trivial.
trivial is?
That's outside help. That's an auto concession, Rizzhan.
That's not
Yeah, Rizzhan.
Rizzhan.
Anyways.
Funny, bro.
I'll just give you like an
Why the
article on
fuck
it.
come with the ad lib? This nigga
But I don't want an
the
article. I actually want
yeah,
justification for the
Rizzhan.
position, retard.
The article should help it.
No, I just want justification from the position. I just want justification from you because you brought up positions. I want justification for you. You just can't run from the debate.
Bro,
Okay,
the
how about
Jap.
this? What do you think an infinity is, Rizzhan?
Bro.
What do I think an infinity is?
Yep.
He's not in the
Just,
VCR.
just an unquantifiable amount of objects.
Okay. Let's see. If there's an unquantifiable amount of objects in this set, okay, and then each object in this set has a finite amount of time, and what's it called? If there's unquantifiable amount of objects, and then each object's 1 second, okay, then there's 1 second that will be unquantifiable. I mean, I worded that wrong. But if they had 1
You
second,
can't even
okay,
explain your own
1
position
second
properly.
and and 1 second and unquantifiable amount of times, then the result will be unquantifiable.
No, that's not the case.
Why?
Well, it wouldn't be a case because number one, it's just going to be true that for there to actually be a causal chain or for there to actually be a causal series, there must be causal members in the series, right? So you agree with the proposition that you cannot have. You agree with the proposition that you cannot have a causal series without causal members in the series.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yes, so if it's the case that causal series actually depend on their causal members to be a series, and the members have existed for a finite amount of time for only a finite interval of time, right? Then it also follows that the causal series has also existed for a finite amount of time. And if this is not the case, then it follows wait, Flames. If it is not the case that this is true, then you'd be saying that the causal chain is prior to the actual members, even though you just said that the causal chain can only be brought about by the members. So you'd just be creating some kind of contradiction there.
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, what's called, there's an infinite, if there's an infinite amount of things in the set, okay, and then X in the set depends on Y, and then so on infinitely.
No,
Okay.
Flames, I'm not talking about that. I'm saying, do you
Wait,
believe
hold
that the
on,
causal
Rizzhan. Wait, hold on, Rizzhan. I can grant that everything in the set. Wait, if by causal series, I can grant that like everything in the set is caused by something. That's fine.
No, Flame, no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that, do you believe that the set itself is dependent on the causal members, right? So do you believe that it's going to be the case that if there are no causal members, then there is no causal series to speak of? Hello?
I'm back.
Are
What'd
you
you say?
going to answer the question? Yeah, so you'd agree that if there is no causal members, then there is no causal series to speak of.
Wait. Wait, my causal series. No, is that right?
Yeah, who played it? Who played it? Played it.
It went. It was legend star.
They do shit, bitch. Bro, y'all didn't care enough about the debate. Stop it.
That nigga gone. That nigga gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, did the music stop? Yeah. So.
Yeah.
What were you saying before that?
What did I say? Yeah, I said by causal series you mean the whole set, right?
Yeah. So I'm saying that if there is no causal members in the set, would it be proper of us to say
yeah,
that
sure.
the set is a causal series?
Yeah, if there's no causal members, then you can't call it a causal series. Yeah.
Okay. Now, if this is the case, it follows that the set is not dependent on the members for it to actually be a series. And if that's the case, then it follows that if the members in the set have only existed for a finite amount of time, then the series also exists for a finite amount of time, since the series is that which is brought about by the actual members. And since the members weren't extended infinitely in time.
Hold on. I think that the wait. I think the causal series is dependent on all of the members. I think that all the members are have been existing for like an infinite amount of time, not a finite amount of time.
Wait, you think that all the members have been existed for an infinite amount of time?
Yes, together they've existed for a finite amount of time. I mean, an infinite amount of time.
Even though you literally
individually
just
all.
said that wasn't the case.
What?
You agreed. Wait, so do you make the distinction between all the causal objects in the set itself?
What are you talking about? I'm saying that together, yeah, they've existed for an infinite amount of time.
So together they've existed for an infinite amount of time.
Yes. Not
And
individually.
you do understand that's literally the same thing as saying that the set has existed for an infinite amount of time.
Yes. So.
But that just begs the question against my argument. You're just rejecting the conclusion, not actually rejecting any of the premises.
Hold on, Rizzhan. What you're trying to say is that it has to be the what's called the causal series cannot be infinite because the set has existed for a finite amount of time. I grant the individual members of the set have existed for a finite amount of time, not like compositely.
Yeah, so you're just saying that the set has existed for an infinite amount of time, which again just begs the question against my argument. You're not
Okay,
denying any of
retard.
the premises.
You're dumb. You're dumb. No. Stop. You're dumb. You're dumb. I'm saying. Wait. Hold on. Rizzhan, you're dumb. I'm saying.
Are you going to let me finish?
Wait,
I'm not
hold on. I'm saying if an infinite regress were to exist, then the set has existed for an infinite amount of time. That's what I'm saying.
And again, that begs the question against my argument because you're not actually denying any of the premises. You denied the conclusion. You didn't deny any.
Retard. Okay.
Wait, what premise are you denying? Wait, what premise are you denying, retard?
Hold on, let me scroll up. Okay, what's your argument again? Let me scroll up.
No, I'm talking about the argument for why the set would have to be finite in time and not infinite in time. You can't even track. Jesus Christ.
Oh, for that? Yeah, you're just saying that.
No,
Flames, hold on. You're saying wait, Rizzhan, calm down. Can I finish?
You still haven't answered the question. You
Okay,
still haven't answered.
You're trying to say that. Wait, hold on, Rizzhan, shut up. You're trying to say that if the members of the set have existed for a finite amount of time, then the set itself has existed for a finite amount of time. Right?
Yes, since
I'm
you
denying.
Wait, Flames. Since you agree that
shut up. Hold on. Rizzhan. I'm denying the antecedent. I think that the set. Anyways. What?
Wait, what? You were speaking. I wasn't speaking.
I said no. I just talked. Okay. I said I'm denying the antecedent. Hold on. Antecedent. I'm not an antecedent. What I'm saying is I don't think that the members of the set as a whole.
Yeah, alright, hold up.
Hold on. If you're saying that when you say that the members of the set have existed for a finite amount of time, if you're saying consecutively exist for a finite amount of time, I just deny that. But if you're just saying that individually they've existed for a finite amount of time, that's fine. But that is a established that the set itself has existed for so I think that together.
Bro, someone's muted, nigga.
Oh shit!
They really don't care about this debate, bro.
I'm gonna just time out the bot.
You know what time it is.
It was Mono that was playing it, so I don't.
Wait, Mono played it?
Yeah.
Alright,
No, I
alright,
did it. I did it. I swear I did it. What the fuck?
Alright, y'all can continue, bro.
Okay.
All right, mono.
This nigga's on death. Oh my god.
Because his
He
parents
didn't,
baseball
he didn't
bat
want to hear
dude.
the Big Dick Randy shit.
He's probably debating in his living room with his 20 siblings.
Bro. Hey, but that's crazy, bro. Bro, I heard Drip Sauce stopped debating because he got his chicken stolen. It's
He got his
crazy,
shit.
bro.
He lives in like a garage. in Africa.
No, he dead ass. Like, you know how Drip Sauce is in Africa, right? Like, they
Yeah.
stole his chickens, bro.
That boy a farmer, bro. Hell no.
It was dead ass. That
Bro.
nigga was debating. He had chickens in the background. Like they were like
Bro,
loud as
oh
shit.
my god. That's crazy, bro.
Nah, bro. That's crazy.
The Rizzhan.
How the fuck you got chickens in the background? What are you debating, bro? You gotta lock in, bro.
This is retired.
Man trying to eat. Let a man eat.
Me and Flames
Nigga-
love kids, bro.
Nigga got his own Minecraft farm, bro. It's crazy.
Bro, let the man
Crazy.
eat, bro. He's saving up for
Y'all
some
niggas
food.
talking, right?
Shut your fat ass up, Roman.
Is that nigga Rizzhan gonna be back?
All that nigga Rizzhan is doing is interrupting people.
Yeah, but the contingency being the Infinite series is just gonna be contingent upon that.
Bro, that boring ass debate, nigga. Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit, bro. That nigga might need to start like breaking his shit or something, bro. Like, it be funny, bro.
Bro, I'm so sorry. All that fucking infinite regress. They're